Hello, people. It's that time. It's that time again. Okie dokie. So, welcome everyone to my live stream. Welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good on the Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, wherever you are. And let's get straight to it then. So, this is round 4 of the GT World Series Nations Cup, and we are in the early 90s Formula 1 car at a fictional circuit called St. Croix in France. So it's going to be an interesting one, I'm sure of that. So I hope everyone's doing good, whatever you've been up to. Obviously, first things first, for those that aren't aware of regarding my situation, which I'm still going to go racing. I'm still going to go racing. It's just that for those that are not aware of what's been happening recently, is that I had to take my dog to the vets the other day, and she's still with us. My dog's doing okay. It's just that what happened is that she suffered what we thought at first was a stroke, but fortunately she didn't suffer a stroke. So what she suffered was a disease, a diagnosis called the vestibular episode. So what vestibular means is, for those who don't know, because I didn't even know myself, is vestibular is a kind of diagnosis where obviously you see the eye movements that are just like getting a bit funny, losing the balance, or just like they're drunk. And obviously the ear twitching, one side of the ear twitching. So, but she's doing okay, bless her. She's doing okay, and then she's nearly 12-year-old, bless her. But for anybody who knows me and who knows my dog, that Coda is the kind of character who is determined and independent to keep going in life, and that's the kind of character she is. So we wish Coda the best of her speedy recovery, and I'm sure that she'll be back walking in no time. But time will tell. Time will tell, because it's something that don't really happen it could happen to any pet. I mean, maybe it could happen to humans. Do you know what I mean? So, but so let's get into the race, shall we? So we've got St. Croix coming up for the Nations Cup in the Formula Car. So what's going to happen is that there's going to be a 24-lap race with the tyre wear rate set to ×4, the fuel consumption rate is set to ×2. So obviously a bit of a fuel saving, which you're going to have to flick around the engine map settings in order to save a bit of fuel, in order to make the tyres last long enough. So obviously, so this is what I've been on with, of course, just trying to better my time or so, as well as getting some valuable information and the feel of the car also. So obviously 6 minutes qualifying, tyre wear rate set to ×4 for the qualifying itself, with the fuel consumption rate being turned off. And then you got the fuel consumption rating, tyre wear rate, mechanical damage set to light. Obviously, no mandatory pit stops, although you do need to change the year to the to 2 different tyre compounds. So failing to comply with that rule then will result in a penalty. So there's the tyre compounds required. So it don't rain at St. Croix, so that's what is happening as well. Welcome along, Blue Crab. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. Yep. They are the classics, them 90s nowadays. Just makes us feel so old, don't it? Welcome along, official. Good to see you, pal. And thank you for the good luck message as well. I hope you're well. I might see you in a lobby, but you never know. Obviously, and I also just want to spare a moment saying thank you to those who send me some get well soon messages and the positive messages regarding my dog who's not been well lately. So she's doing okay, bless her. She's doing okay. So she's got a road to recovery with the vestibular episode that she had lately. So this is the what looks like a 1992 Williams Formula One car that was driven by Nigel Mansell, who went on to win the championship. So yeah, that it just looks closer to that, don't it? Obviously, with Gran Turismo, obviously they've got the license to obviously create that fictional car that makes it just closest to what the Formula One car looked like at the time. So looks kind of squished from the side compared to the newer regs. Yeah. So we're just gone past the 4:40, the 4:45 mark. So let's get into the 5 o'clock slot. Yeah, a bit small. It's a lot smaller and obviously much lighter and more nimble. So it's just a case of how much of it can you use the reflexes in a short space of time to catch the car around the corners and so. So I'm going to get into the mediums. Just get a feel of them. Although I did have tyre wear on in one of the practice lobbies I've done behind the scenes. Welcome along, Stig. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well, my brother. For those who don't know Indian Stig, he has a channel for those who like to go and check out his content. Thank you for the good luck message as well, Stig. And what Stig does is he does open lobbies, some league racing ventures, anything Gran Turismo World Series related, and obviously he also does do some daily races sometimes for when he gets a chance. So I hope you're doing okay, Stig. The DR is also off, as well as the SR. So not sure. Let us know after the race. Yeah, I'll let you know. So it's it could be one of them races where there won't be any DR and SR are increased, but we will find out if we can finish in the top 8 or maybe 9th place, something like that. Just like the last time when I was doing the Nations Cup race in the 7 o'clock slot for the second attempt. Therefore, I was able to salvage some DR back as well, having started from where I finished, which were P9. Whatever your record is, you're definitely going to be a second faster for these guys at least. Yeah, so they don't like where their way around and the bits and bats. So obviously, it's just a case of building on the consistency. Even if you jump behind somebody as well, or even do some short shifting in some corners, then you'll be able to save some fuel. Having looked at Calster's video, and hats off to Calster, well, for providing us a Nations Cup guide of what's to come for qualifying and race. And I did catch little bits of some of the streams where you're gonna have to fuel saver whilst you're sat behind the car in front. The question is, 1 pit or 2 pit? So the pit stop, obviously, the pit loss looks a bit rough. You know, even though that it's a short one, should I say? It looks like a short pit stop, pit loss, considering how short the pit lane is. You know, the entry and the exit. And then you have some people who just like to push you for the push you to try and go for fastest lap and fastest lap and fastest lap. But what's going to bite them is the fact that you have some of the runoffs areas and some of the bumps that you want to be mindful of also, because the last thing you need is that if you get your lines wrong and you go over the bumps in an awkward angle, and dirty is another factor also, then you know it's going to compromise you in that flash, even if you go off the racing line. And that's another thing you don't want to be doing. Yeah, so in that case, you want to be qualifying well pretty good. So you want to get the qualifying sorted, and therefore you'll not worry about the turbulent air too much, getting chucked into your car and lose some grip. So I'm just going to quickly change the tyres. It's just like these racing cars from its time, like the noisy V12, you know, it's like you're trying to talk about, well, as loud as possible, as well as listening to the noisy engine at the same time. Thank you, Stig, and best wishes to you on your race if you are racing this one, and hope to catch you around. Obviously, I'll be doing a league race later on, just after I've done this, what is going to be my one shot of the Nations Cup, as I got the British Touring Car Championship league race coming up. That's happening around 7 o'clock. That's just over 2 hours time. No problem, Stig. Anything you were doing specifically when you set that 136? Yes. So the way I was setting the, if I could do the lap time guide best I can, once I get around to this part. I think you've got time, like, so just need to try and not make any mistakes. So wish me luck on trying to do the talk through of the lap guide, as I'm about to begin it just after I come out of this last corner. So after this last corner, you want to set off in fourth, foot flat to the floor. And then you get yourself set to be ready for the first braking point of the track. Braking at 100 meter, move to the curves a little bit. Use the inner concrete as long as you don't go over the white line from the left side. You can leave the 5th gear alone in order to have a bit more speed. Leave 3rd gear into this corner. And try and keep the traction together, because if you push the throttle too much, you'll end up spinning. Nice and tight as you like, from 6th to 3rd. Watch the bump. keep the car as straight as possible, as well as the throttle to a modular manner. Brake where that marshal is. Flick it to second if you need to. I chose to do a 3 if I need to. Flick it down to 4th. Allow the car to rotate to more. Very blind corner and tougher to get it together. Nice and tucked in before we reached the heavy braking point of the track at 150 metre board. Nice and controlled out to the corner. Foot flat to the floor on the fast left-hander. Over the crest. Heavy braking at the 100 metre board. Down into 4th. And then pick ourselves back up to complete a lap at the St. Croix fictional circuit. So I hope that's giving you a good impression of. I hope that's kept you entertained there for that 1 bit blue crab. So I'm just gonna go for a quick toilet break. So I'll be 2 secs. And I'm back. I didn't check the bell. We're not sure if you do a standing start, but I'm gonna give it a practice start anyway. Okay, so it's getting close to that time now for what is my one shot in the Nations Cup race, which is all I got time for, I'm afraid. So let's make most of that. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment all of my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Good luck to those who are taking part in round 4 of the GT World Series Nations Cup at St. Croix in the Formula Car. Don't worry about if the results haven't gone your way, because another opportunity will come. So let's see who we're up against. Could be some familiar, which we have got some familiar. We've got, who we got? So we've got Shadow, we've got Bilzen, we've got Kuba, and there's Kev. There's Dino, who I've had a good race with, of course. So how many points do you get for the win? 318. Okay. So, like I mentioned, if I finish anywhere in the top 8, I'd still get to the 200 odd point mark. Even if I finish 9th, I'll still reach the 200 the 200 odd mark. Tires, racing softs, because it's quali time now. Welcome along, Derek. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. Well, we're just about to get going with the qualifying, so let's see what I can do. So this is what's going to be my one shot, as I've got a league racer to do later on this evening. Okay, thank you. Let's go. I'm getting quicker. This feels good. Here we go. Here we go. Ah. Quarters of a second off pole. So, welcome back, Blue Crab. Seeing as though you just joined, so that's what's just happening. Fifth now, because what Audi has done is has spawned back into the pits for fresh tyres, and yeah. So, let's see how everybody else is getting on. Obviously, we've got some that are on an improvement lap time with worn tyres. Say maybe. Yeah, there's some that's chilling in the pits, saving themselves for the race, and you're going to be the one that changes, says the Blue Crab. Let's see what I can do from what is going to be. Yes, mate, take it away. So it's a rolling start, so I'm going to go with the medium tyre start. Make the tyres last to lap 14 or 15 or something like that. So, get the brake balance to a certain setting. Have a good race, everyone, and best of luck. So, just look at the times, and literally just not really much between myself and the pole sitting. We've got Bills in on pole. So Bills and lines up on the front row. Check the tyres. Okie dokie. Let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Just need to open the window a little bit more now. Get some more fresh air in. So no one revving the engines out. Obviously it's about the fuel strategy as well as the tyre side of things. So we have Pierre Lachey Gasly. We've got Bills and Norris. We've got Kubica, Egro Hulkenberg, Danny Hamilton. We've got Luna, Copy Blue Crab, Mike 90, Papaya Drive in there. And Shadows in 13th. So all 16 drivers are ready. A little bit of a lag spike there. So it's a 24 lap race at Croix Grand Prix. Who's going to come out on top? We will find out in the next 24 laps of the rotor race. Lights out, and away we go. Oh, sorry, mate. Just about messing around with the flipping settings. That didn't work. Long way to go. Kevin's left. Big fat chair's lost it. Unlucky, buddy. Yellow flags. One of the cars has spun out. Yellow flags once more. Welcome along, Alex. Thank you for the good luck message. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. Welcome along, Ian. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're well. Just got to be mindful of the lag spike for a moment. For the car in front. And some dirty air too. What a move! Let's go! Let's recover some places from where I started. We've got Luna behind as well. So KL's on the softs, he's going to go on to the mediums. So he's not trying to go for the overtake, but he's just saving some fuel behind him. Oh, there's a bit of a lag spike up front for the French driver. Let's see what you can do. There we go. So that's one driver out of the way. Obviously there's some that's pitted for new tyres. Come on. Oh. Sorry, mate. Get some fuel in. Might as well do the undercut. Welcome along, Soy and Kim. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're well. And well done on your recent subscriber milestone lately. I'm not too bad, thank you. Other than that, all is well from my side. No problem. No problem. Made the undercut work on Shadow. Welcome along, Skins. Good to see you. I'm doing okay, thank you. Hope you're well. Yeah, definitely. It's good to see from that point, from where you came from to where you are now. So as long as you continue to do things about what works for you, then that's the main thing. Yeah, same. For later on, I mean. Yeah, as long as the platform is working well for you, then by any means, just keep doing what you're doing. So we've got KO, who was on the different strategy. Thanks a lot, Slow. Appreciate your time, as always. No problem, Rule Crab. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope to see you again. Just gotta be mindful of that person on a different strategy because he's on the slower tyres. What about that for out the outside? Get off my slip! Oi! You shall not get past, pal. Oh, bloody hell! Big crash behind me! Oh, unlucky Shadow. Very sorry to see that what happened, but what were KO doing? Oh, what was going off behind me, should I say? Because I'm going to have a look at replay after this, because I don't want to be you know, just like see like about who's to blame until I get to see the replay myself. So we have made some places have it started fifth and then had an awful half of the first lap whilst messing around with the fuel map, but then so where we are now, currently sat in 8th, so things could change quickly for later on for the last 5 laps of the motor race. Somebody's left, so we've gained 1 more position. Hope that person's okay. Two laps to go. Let's bring it on. Copy, mate. Although I started 5th and obviously I was quarter of a second away from pole position, so it's just like one of them races what could have been. But not to worry, because it's only that one shot about, which is all I got time for. Because for those who are still watching, then I'll be live at 7 o'clock. For the league race that I've got coming up, which is the JCR British Touring Car Championship for round 3. For those who are interested for your Saturday evening entertainment on my Super Saturday. So going into the BTCC league race I'm participating in, I am leading the standings by a couple of points, so we're off to Dragon Trail Gardens for round 3 of the series. Yellow flag, something's happened. Oh! That's a 6th place driver. Unlucky. No worries, Ian. The family is always welcome to watch if they're into that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's what happened. So the 6th place driver has lost the car and crashed and rage quit. So I've only lost that one position there from where I started at Bills, and well done to you, mate. Well done on the race win. So we'll take home a P6 of what could have been without the first lap also, but it is what it is. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, so we had Kev, Mitchell, Big Fat J, Uniques retiring from the race, and KO getting KO'd after contact with the Shadow. Just them little things, innit? But still good points overall. So it's just building the consistency, which is another thing. So I'd just like to see if the DR and the SR has increased, because I did learn that there's some will not update about the driving racing or SR rating. So I've got a clean race bonus. Okay. So for this race, it's a no. So you don't get the increased driver rating or SR rating. So it's one of them. So you don't lose or make any progress from that particular race. So yeah. Thank you, Stig. Thank you, Stig. And well done to Bilson. Absolutely controlled it from start to finish. So Kuba lost the race because of the pit lane exit infringement. So how many points do I get? 252. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take home the points. So consistency's been my friend, having been 4th, 5th, 9th, 6th. Well, just one of them races where you just don't worry about the DRS for this particular motor race, because well, it's just with these real fast open cockpit racing cars, then obviously it takes a lot to be able to make good use of our reflexes and so on. But what you do also come on for if you finish the race is the points that will be carried over through your Nations Cup campaign. So let's have a look, shall we, of what happened in the replay. So there I was starting 5th, a quarter of a second away from pole. Because the fuel factor was, it was the thing of what's going to happen for later on in this motor race. So, although that the Iceman has misjudged, and that left him, well, no damage luckily to the front wing, so I apologise for that. Eventually, I gave way to the Icelander. Obviously, because what was the, just a poor timing of the fuel saving, of course. So don't do any fuel saving for the first lap or two. Just get into the rhythm. So I was at P13 at one point, so I was making up some progress. So something happened to Kev. Purposely slowed down. So what happened to Kev was he braked way before the 50-meter board, left him off the apex, losing the car, boom, into the wall. Digger just had nowhere to go but other than just be the well, it wasn't his fault unfortunately, because he got collected. Yeah, very unfortunate to see what happened there. But so going over to later on in the race, so I went for the overtake on the Icelander, even though it wasn't the best of the slingshot moves. However, I went alongside with the Icelander to be sure I have the right to get into the apex on, so left it in my car's width. Got the move done somehow. So the yellow flags have happened, so something happened further on with Luna. So Luna was running 5th. Luna slipped off the grass and into the gravel. That was a very lovely 720-degree spin that Luna has done, which dropped Luna down to 12th at the time. And further yellow flags had happened, so Kane was in 4th. Just lost the car and obviously gone too wide and spun the car to a lovely 360 degrees and kept it up and running. So a long way to go in this motor race. So I just want to see the overtake. So we go off board, halting down the French driver in the Benetton. Danny C gets a good exit. Straight away makes a move. No messing around whatsoever. And that is some bad man skills, that one. So we have another look at the angle as well on the chase cam. I'm taking the opportunity, and rightly so, the French driver gave way as I had the right to way. So respect to the French driver for some clean racing. Thanks, Ian. And so where are we now? So I've been behind Luna for a good couple of laps there, but the trouble when following is one thing and passing is another. So you're either literally just putting yourself at risk by having that much dirty air chucked onto your car, leaving dirt on your tyres as well as the bodywork on the car, which will affect the grip and the mechanical grip, the aerodynamic performance, that sort of thing. So somebody came into the pits, I think it was. So Papaya Drive thought, you know what, I'm just going to have to come in. Not be the best at fuel saving, but I was able to short shift him loads of times also. So I thought I had the move on Shadow, but not this time. So I had to do the undercut. Obviously, I had a bit more fuel than my other opponents as well, having gone from the mediums to the softs. Belzen, welcome along, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in, and well done to you on the win. I just wish that if I had to messed around with the fuel map settings in the first lap, then I would have gone on to give you guys a run for the money. But it is what it is. So I'll take home the points there, because obviously I'm going to have to crack on with the league race that's started in an hour's time. Obviously I'm going to have to get some food just after this kind of stream. So got Kane as well, and that is KO. That's his PSN nickname, KO 78, I think it was. So watch out for him. As I thought, you know what? I'm not wasting my time. Kane's on the mediums, I'm on the softs. I'm just going to send it around the outside, leaving Shadow compromised that he had some work to do to try and overtake me for position. And Kane wasn't giving up. Kane was not giving up for position, as I had to cover the inside, leaving my car's width, in fact more than a car's width, should I say. And Kane did the switcheroo. Not quite. I thought, nope, it's my corner. Oh! So that's what happened. So what happened was, Kane was minding his own business after getting swamped by the monster car. Shadow lost it on his own and smashed into the yellow car. Oh, that's a very violent clash, that one. And that, if that would have been in real life, that would have been seriously bad. So that left Shadow with all of the corners apart from one corner and engine damage. Same with the yellow car. So Kane was just an innocent party, and then he got a 2-second penalty. For what? A 2-second penalty. So this is just, it's just a little margin is all it takes by a split second. That even when you have a snap of overstay like that, while trying to correct it, you have very little chance to try and recover from that slide. So obviously the car bottoms out as Shadow got onto the bit of the gravel, well, on the left-hander, trying to steer to the left as much as he could, and then fortunately violently snapped onto the right, leaving Kane nowhere to go, and smashing into the side of him. So lucky from my perspective on the rear. Yeah. Would you say it's a racing incident? Let me know what you people think. So, rest of the time, just got a bit lonely while just trying to make it in one piece. So, somebody had an episode somewhere. Oh, that's what caused somebody to rage quit like that. So it were a domino effect. So it came from the German driver, who ran into the back of the other German driver, then into the other German driver, leaving the other German driver the innocent party. So just look on the braking. See if I can get the braking there together. So that person, to me, it's clear the back end stepped slightly, and then the right rear tire hit the RL of the other car. Just bad luck. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's there's not a lot you can do when you have a big tam slapper after car bottoming out just like that, whilst going at some speed with the amount of G-force. So this person just minded his own business, braking just before the person had the chance to brake, whilst the other person was still lifting. And then until eventually the McLaren driver obviously had applied the brakes of just after the 100-meter board, and then Mike was obviously applying more brakes, having braked a little earlier. And then it's a thing like with these Formula cars where they've not got any brake lights other than just a rain light on the back of the cars. So obviously that's very little margin. And although this person did lift off and then got onto the brake pedal just after the 100-meter board, leaving Mike the innocent party, and Stoy the one who came out worse. So that left rear end damage and front wing damage. So the German was on for looking like a very sorry result. Yeah, very fortunate to see what happened there. Okay, so that gave us another position. So we'll just want to see what happened on the last lap. So Mike lost it on their own after going over that bit of the crest. Just went to a bit more throttle. Yeah. Not what you wanted towards the end of the race, and yeah, that was that German's race overdone with, and rage quit in a flash. So we're doing okay that without those two rage quits from those two German drivers. And obviously, Bilston, obviously, I'm keen to see what Bilston's been using in terms of brake balance. Because, well, I'd say we're all on similar tyres, and then And obviously it was Cuba races done at, as he mentioned, that it was the last, the only pit stop where must have crossed the pit lane and exit. So let's see if that is true then. Oh, I've just got a bit too deep in that corner. That's what it is. Yeah, that's one of them things. Well, there's not really much that can be done. But, yeah, just a pure driver error on that one. So, and that is the highlights of the replay, ladies and gentlemen. So, right, I'm gonna open one of the daily tickets before we get something to eat, and then therefore that I'm gonna be cracking on with the league race that's happening in less than an hour now. So we'll get rid of the worst one, the 3-star roulette ticket. See what I win. Better than nothing, I suppose. Okay. So, just like to spare a moment to say thank you very much to those of you who are tuned in to say hello while on the go, and thank you very much to those of you who have been supporting me as well. As always, I appreciate it a lot. And of course, the story of the race: started 5th, finished 6th. Could have been better, but it is what it is. So, therefore, that without the messing around with the fuel map in the first lap, then I would have maybe finished higher. But 250 odd points, we'll take it any day, considering how tough the lobby is. And as it turned out, no DR and SR update was on that race, no matter where you finish. So, yeah. So, obviously, I'm going to be live in less than an hour to do the third round of the Jimmy Codger British Touring Car Championship. So, obviously, the objective is to build on the momentum from last time out, because last time out we were at Daytona and I won both the sprint and the feature. So the objective is to build on the consistency from where I left off. So, right, I'm going to crack on with something to bite. And so anybody liking the content of what I'm doing, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate your support. And other than that, I'm going to crack on with what I need to do. So I'll be back in less than an hour. So, and if I don't see anybody else who is watching, have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are in the world. And for myself, Danny C, I'll catch you in a bit. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.